I got a freshly shaved head. I really don't know if anyone else is gonna like care about this video, but I need to do this for me, so I hope that that's okay with you. I think it's fair to say that a lot of us thought that 2020 was gonna be our year, and then when all of the chaos that ensued happened, we were kind of just like, wait, hold on a second, I didn't have this written down in the to-do list. So I'm gonna kind of try to do this chronologically. I did not write any of this down, so I'm sure I'm gonna miss stuff. I'm sure I'm gonna have to jump all over the place because I can't even tell a story straight, like, most of the time, so it is what it is. But honestly, I just really want to have this to, like, look back on someday and hopefully be in a better place to be like, haha, remember when everything sucked and now it doesn't? Remember that? Yeah, so... Alright, well, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, last January, coming right into the new year of 2020, I was like, honestly, I had the best New Year's of my entire life last year. I just spent it with my friend Avery. We literally just like, she came over to my house, we went to our favorite like local pho place, we brought back like these giant containers of pho and ate them out of like mixing bowls and like, oh my god, like that like isn't significant to like anyone besides us, but like just that is a memory that we are gonna have forever. We played Just Dance and I went way too hard, like usual. And I literally remember just like, I'm pretty sure I even said it to her, like, this is the best New Year's of my entire life. Because honestly, I'm not really someone who went out a ton in previous years. I went out actually for like the New Year's Eve going into 2019, and that was the worst New Year's of my life. So I was like, alright, I need to make up for this, and oh boy did I. And honestly, I'm looking forward to New Year's this year. I know that people keep saying things like, oh, I can't wait for this year to be over, but honestly, I think that even if we don't want to admit it, we all know that just because, you know, 2020 is ending and 2021 is starting, like, stuff is gonna carry over. Unfortunately, we don't just get to hit the reset button. But yeah, I'm just like, this year I'm gonna have two of my friends over and we're just gonna like do the same thing. We're just gonna like play old Wii games and hang out, and it's gonna be great. So at least I have that to look forward to. So yeah, New Year's was great last year. Definitely was coming off of a high from the previous year because I had just in October of 2019 published my first book, which is the first book in actually a series that I started in 2015, I think. That is always linked in the description, so if you're interested, you like to read, you're looking for something new to read, link is in the description. I had also just released an EP following the release of my first album in 2019, and I had released that EP in November, and again, my music is always linked in the description as well, and that's actually like why I started this YouTube channel. Depending on how long you've been subscribed to me or whatever, you may or may not know that. But yeah, all my music is posted on my channel. I have a couple music videos. I had planned, we will get to this, but I had planned to have a whole bunch of new music released this past fall. Clearly that didn't happen, but like I said, we will get to that. So yeah, I mean, obviously, like, I was going into 2020 with a lot of high hopes and expectations, and you know, I really learned this year that expectation is the root of all heartache, and most of the time, if you're like sure something's gonna happen, that probably means it's most likely not going to happen. But yeah, I felt like I was finally finishing and releasing, solidifying all of these projects that I've been working on for so long, and then, you know, it didn't take much longer after that for COVID to hit and any plans that I had in regards to those things to be canceled or pushed back or etc. and so on and so forth. But at the end of January, I went to my friend Jocelyn's apartment up at her school for her 20th birthday, I'm pretty sure, I think. I don't even remember how old I am anymore, so like I can't even remember how old my friends are, like. And that was like so fun. It was like a murder mystery theme party, and I met a bunch of her friends, and it was just like overall good time. Like I said, I don't go out very much, but like when I do, like I try to make it count. Yeah, February, February was when, oh boy, oh my god, I like blocked this out, honestly. I like forgot this even existed until right now, even though, oh my god, okay. February was when, I'm pretty sure originally the second Last of Us game was supposed to come out in February, and then it was pushed back to May or whenever it actually ended up coming out. I don't know, but The second Last of Us game, man, that I think was my first major disappointment in 2020. Yeah, I have a whole hour-long, basically, it's almost an hour-long video that I posted talking about my feelings and thoughts on that second game. I will throw that down in the description as well if you are interested in that, but like I said, it's an hour long, so don't watch it unless like you actually want to hear me like break it down / complain about how I feel about the second game. Oh, I was at this time, like late January, early February, I was planning on going to London and Paris. Actually, it was going to be the first time that I was ever going to travel abroad. It was going to be to visit my friend Avery, because originally, before I left school, me and her had planned on studying abroad together. Obviously, I left school, that didn't happen. She got over there, she was only there for a couple of months until, you know, COVID. I was just gonna find any way to make that happen, and everything had lined up so perfectly for me to go. And then the real reality of COVID hit me, and that was really the first major disappointment of 2020 for me, because The Last of Us technically hadn't even been released at this point. But yeah, she got sent home, which basically made me go, well, okay, I was going there to visit her, and obviously I was going to do other stuff too. I was not going to just go there and not see all of the sites and whatnot, but yeah, as soon as we had kind of planned everything and solidified everything, it was all unraveled, and it was a nightmare to undo for both of us. But you know, I feel especially bad for her, because I mean, this has been something that she'd been looking forward to for a long time, and luckily she did get to experience some of it, but she'll always feel like she was cheated out of it. So hopefully, you know, me and her can go back together once it actually becomes safe to travel and stuff. But yeah, that was the first major hit of the year for me, I think. And then, you know, coming up into spring, there was all of the deaths in regards to the Black Lives Matter movement, which still, even though it's not necessarily being talked about as frequently as it was, it's still something that is happening on both the side of people fighting for equality and justice, and more injustice being brought upon people who don't deserve it. So that definitely, I think for everyone, one of the most memorable parts of this year was seeing people come together to support the Black Lives Matter movement and hopefully, you know, make some changes for the better. But yeah, I mean, it's something that, I mean, had been happening long before this year, obviously, and something that it continues to happen. And I think that definitely there is a light at the end of the tunnel, because even though this year has kind of turned me back into a pessimist, I still have the little shred of optimism in the back of my head that goes, no, there is always a light at the tunnel. You might not always be able to see it first, but we will get there. But yeah, so there was that. But yeah, then I guess going into summer, I celebrated my 21st birthday in July, which still, I literally, I don't even know how old I am anymore. Like, just recently someone asked me, like, how old are you? And I was like, wait a second, am I 20 or 22? Wait, am I 21? I still feel like I'm 18 though? Like, I don't know. I don't know. That, definitely one of my highlights for the year was my 21st birthday. I just had my two friends, Avery and Sydney, over. We just, hung out, and I will say, I'm gonna talk about this more in depth, later on in the video, but, this year, the best thing for me of this year was just the fact that I really feel like I bonded with my close friends more, and introduced ones to each other who maybe didn't know each other as well before, and now that, you know, they've hung out more times, I can see that we really are becoming a group. I guess also I really specifically remember my 21st birthday because that was the first day in 4 or 5 months that I wasn't depressed, basically. And I know I've kind of touched upon depression and my history with depression a little bit on this channel. It's not something I really like to talk about a whole bunch, but I do have a history with it. The thing is, I don't even know if I can like count it this year because I feel like most people experienced it on some level because of the circumstances. You know, I guess it was because in the beginning of when COVID really started to become a concern and become more serious, my life didn't really change that much because I wasn't someone who went out a ton, and I worked from home, and I had all these projects that I was working on that again were from home. So I was able to keep my work ethic pretty stable. And then I just think like, you know, more and more stuff that I had been looking forward to started to fall through and get canceled, and just the general like uncertainty of what was going to happen in my life, in the world, with the people around me, that started to set in, and it did affect me. But like I said, I know it affected a lot of people, so like in a weird way it's kind of comforting because I know that I wasn't alone and still continue to not be alone in being afraid of what's happening in the future. But yeah, my 21st birthday, that really was the first time that, not to be dramatic, but like in 5 months at that time, that I really experienced happiness. And so far in my life, like that was the best birthday that I've ever had, and it is all thanks to Avery and Sydney, who were there and made it fun for me. Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot. In mid-May was when I first shaved my head for the first time, which again, I have a video about. I will throw that down in the description. And that video was really the first video that kind of sparked me like posting weekly, or at least trying to post weekly. I know I missed last week, but listen, I'm so busy with the holidays now. This is actually going to be the last video that I'm going to film and put up this year. I had some other stuff planned, but I am so busy with all the stuff I have to get done before the holidays, so yeah, sorry. The ideas I had are still gonna happen, but you're gonna have to wait until 2021. Real quick, just to get this out of the way, my camera is about to die, which again, not a Sierra video unless my camera is blinking red, letting me know that the battery is dying. But I'm probably going to take the first half, at least of January, off. Hopefully like kind of store up the video bank of some videos so I'm not like struggling to figure out what I'm doing every week. But just know I'm not leaving. I will be back. I just need some time to like relax because it is crazy right now, all the stuff that I have to do, and I try not to think about it too much because I only have about a week left until I have to have that stuff done. Anyway, I shaved my head, and obviously it's been a long time since then and it's still shaved, so yeah, I do continue to shave it because I just like it and it's easy and I don't have to think about it, and I just think it's the best look that I've ever had. But yeah, I talk about it in the video that I did. I donated it to an organization called Children with Hair Loss. It was something I had always wanted to do, but specifically I specifically grew my hair out for 2 years in order to donate it. And yeah, that really like, that is what like made me start posting videos weekly. And honestly, I had always wanted to do YouTube in some capacity. In the past, I had tried it several times actually. You can't find any of my old channels or anything like that because they're gone and they didn't have much on them to begin with. But that is another good thing that came out of this whole year and kind of everything being shut down and me having to stay inside more, was the timing was right for me to do this, I feel like, and I do really enjoy it, and I'm gonna continue to do it. And like I said, I might not always be able to post weekly. I do try to, but yeah, I really want to thank everyone who has watched my videos, liked them, engaged with me in the comments, subscribed. There's like 44 of you right now. Like, I mean, I know that like to some people that number means nothing nowadays on YouTube because like everyone seems to have 1 million subscribers now somehow, but just the fact that there are 44 of you that are like, yeah, I want to see more of this little chaos demon, and you hit subscribe, like, thanks. Like, well, I don't get it, but like, thanks. Okay, so my camera died and now it's several hours later. I think I left off somewhere in May, having backtracked from July, so here we go. Take 2. Yeah, so I shaved my head, I turned 21, then that pretty much like almost catches us up to speed. Oh, I was originally supposed to go see My Chemical Romance with another friend of mine, Jocelyn, in September. Obviously, because of good old COVID, that got cancelled / postponed. Now I'm pretty sure it's happening, or supposed to be happening, hopefully it does happen, in September of 2021. Me and her were both like huge My Chemical Romance fans, like back in like when they were a thing and we were in like mid to late middle school, I guess. And I literally like can't remember the last live show that I saw. I think actually it might have been Muse in April of 2019 on their Simulation Theory tour. That, oh my god, that was such a good tour and show. And honestly, like visually, like I know that like, I mean, they've been around like forever, and every time that they tour they like kind of add some new component to it, but that was like, in terms of like arena concerts, like that was the best concert that I've ever been to. Like every single thing that happened, I was just like, what? Like, oh my god, all the dancers and the effects and the freaking giant robot that, oh my god, it was so good. I want to go back to that concert so bad. But yeah, I like literally haven't been to like any shows since then. And on the topic of music though, at least we had some good albums come out this year. Like truly, music was getting me through quarantine for the most part. And one in particular that I had been looking forward to was the new Nothing But Thieves album, Moral Panic, which, oh my god, haha, I also did a video on, which is in the description as well. Finally, something that I was looking forward to that did not get ruined or cancelled. But yeah, we also had like, oh god, honestly, like I don't even really listen to this band that much, but I did listen to their album. It's like, I don't know how, but they found me or whatever. Their album was really good. I've been listening to the new Des Rocs, if that's how you even pronounce his name, EP, like over and over and over and over since it came out like a week or so ago. I think it's been a week, I'm not sure. And I'm sure there's like a bunch of other stuff that I'm forgetting. Oh, honestly, like the new Miley Cyrus album was really good too, and she's not someone who I listen to like pretty much at all before now, but Spotify was just like, oh, here, listen to this, and I was like, okay, and it was like actually like really, really good. So yeah, a lot of good music. And speaking of music in regards to myself, like I said, I originally started this channel to have a place to put out my music. We literally have the entire second album and even start of whatever the next project is going to be after that. We have the whole entire, like the songs are written and they're demoed out, and I just now have to wait until I can actually like get into my local studio that I go to with the person that I work with and record them, because I have not been there since April when he decided to close because of COVID, understandably, but I do really, really miss that, and I really hope that things do start to get better so I can get in there and finish that, because I have a feeling it's gonna go pretty fast once we are actually able to like do the recordings, because like I said, all the songs are written. I know and have known actually for like 2 years now. I've known what the second album is going to be called. I know exactly how many songs are going to be on there. I'm going to wait until we actually finish recording to like decide the track list. I did release one of the songs, I will say, that is going to be on that album, Twilight Zone. Again, in the description, you know the drill. But yeah, I'm really excited to do that, and I really hope in 2021 I will have a chance to do that, and maybe even release that project in 2021. I originally wanted to release it in October because Halloween, and that's the only teaser I'm really gonna give about it. So if maybe in October 2021 it is done, that is when it will be released. If not, then I mean, we'll see. I'm sure I'll update you on it. Like, I can't predict the future. So yeah, that was like another thing from this year. It's so weird to think that like I haven't been in the studio since April, and it wouldn't even surprise me if I go an entire year without being able to get in there. But like I said, it is his studio, the guy that I work/write with, so it is completely up to him, and obviously I want him to feel safe. I want to feel safe being there. But yeah, we have like, I'm really excited to A, finish this project, and B, release it, because like we have a lot of really good songs on there, and I just feel like, especially compared to the first album, it's gonna just be so much better. Like vocally it's gonna be better, like melodically it's gonna be better, lyrically, like the overall, like I mean, like I've said, I've sat with this project for a while now, but yeah, I'm really just excited to have it done and out there. But yeah, feel free to check out my music if you haven't, and if not, then don't, because I can't force you to do anything. Let's see, what else? Oh my god, I have drawn more this year than I think I have in the past 5 years combined. Like, I really like leveled up in real time this year. I actually just like was looking back at like all of the stuff that I've like drawn this year, and even just from like literally a year ago, seeing how different my art style was and how much I've improved. I'm just like, oh my god, like I'm just excited to get even better in 2021. I've sort of mentioned, I think it was in one of my dream journal videos, and I was very vague about it, and I'm still unfortunately gonna have to be very vague about it. But there's a comic that I've had an idea for since 2016, and I'm really hoping I can at least start thinking about starting that in this next year that's coming up. But yeah, I will definitely be updating that situation as it develops. Another thing that I want to do in 2021 is I want to have like a legit Etsy store, because this is something, I mean, my channel isn't like a channel that's revolved around art, and I know the only like art thing that you've ever seen me do on this channel is like the blind contours thing, which I promise I'm better than that. And honestly, when I'm done with this sketchbook that I'm in right now, I might do like a sketchbook tour or something, because art is something that I've literally done for my entire life. But wait, what was I talking about? Oh wait, yeah, the Etsy thing. I want to like sell like little like cute pins and charms and like stickers and like stuff like that. Maybe that'll be a thing. We will see. Again, like most of the stuff, we will just have to wait and see. But anyway, yeah, now I'm just trying to get all the last minute stuff done before the holidays. Even though I said this was gonna be like the last video that I filmed and posted, there is gonna be like one more little thing that I'm gonna be posting on the very last day of this year. And real quick before I go, I just want to say again, like, thank you so much to all of you guys, whether you're subscribed or not, if you're watching this video or have seen my other videos. Thank you so much to everyone who leaves comments and suggestions and likes the videos. And yeah, let's try to get the Chaos Town population up even more next year. So, in conclusion, while this year was mostly bad for a lot of reasons, I am still grateful for it in the sense that the good things that I got out of it, I really, like, I wouldn't trade for anything. Like, I really bonded so closely with my friends, because obviously having them all of us are down here because, like, everyone's home, so that I have genuinely had like some of the hardest laughs of my entire life this year, and just in the past like 6 months in general. I've obviously had a lot of free time to further work on and develop the hobbies and skills that I had from before, which again, I really think, like, when you put in the time and you put in the practice, like, you really see the improvement. Oh, I've like never been in like better shape in my life than I have this year, which is funny because what was it, in March, I guess, at like the start of like when COVID got really bad in like America and stuff, really, I canceled my gym membership because I was like, any time that I've gotten sick in the past like 4 years, I know for a fact has been from the gym. But yeah, I've been working out every single day, which I had been doing for a while, but I don't know, it just something, like sometimes changing up what you do ends up like working better for you, and that's kind of what happens. So yeah, I mean, mental health is always, you know, on shaky ground, but physical health, man, I feel great. So yeah, that is pretty much everything that I can think of significantly off the top of my head that happened to me in 2020. Like I said, I really don't know if anyone else is gonna find this video entertaining. If you watched this far, thank you. But this is really just, for me, something that I might do every year from now on, just to like, again, look back on, because honestly that's what my whole channel is. I'm glad that other people enjoy the videos, obviously, but it's really just like a way to capture what I'm like, what I look like, where I am in my life at the time that I'm putting up these videos, even though I'm not always talking about myself in a way like this. I'm doing like weird things, or I don't even know what I'm doing. To be honest with you, I never know what I'm doing, so. But yeah, I genuinely think that even though things are gonna definitely still start off in a shaky place in the year 2021, I genuinely think that we are going to see things get better. So yeah, I guess I'll see you next year.